So sometimes people ask me why I live out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm just like, because who doesn't want to see that when they drink their coffee?
Too strong anyway. We need to fetch back the time they have stolen from us. And I want you. We wish we could come back to these days, these days.
This right here is the closest thing Port Alsworth has to a store. And that's it. It's the Cranberry Cache, located right on the waterfront. It's a coffee shop, ad gas station for airplanes, has snacks. Let's go inside and see. And this is the inside. Hi, Soph. We have different snacks and baked goods, ice cream and frozen food, clothes and bags because they're right on the runway and it gets super dusty in here. Cold drinks. Hi. And that's our menu. Okay, so can I get an iced Americano with room for cream and 2 pumps of hazelnut? Sure. Thank you. Aw, thank you, Soph. Yay. She's beautiful. Now the taste test. So good. Thanks, Soph.
This for everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that. But every day above ground is a great day. Remember that.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we wish we could come back to these days, these days.
Yesterday I got to go to the coast with my dad and we found these bear tracks on the shoreline. Look how big it is compared to my hand. We found tracks even bigger than this one. Those bear tracks looked a little old, but these wolf tracks looked pretty fresh. You can kind of see the other bear prints in there too. How big do you think these bears are? Every year to celebrate summer solstice, the local food truck sells milkshakes from 11 p.m. to midnight. My friends and I got there around 10:45 p.m. and the line was already outside the building. There were even people from other villages who boated there just for the milkshakes. Some of my friends and family even got there a few hours early just to get to the front of the line. And yep, that's the parking lot with four-wheelers and even an airplane. The food truck does 3 different types of milkshakes: strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. Usually they're $6, but because it's summer solstice, they're only $3. So it's a really fun turnout. As you can see, it's not boring waiting in line at all. It was almost 11:30 when I got my milkshake, then sat around with my friends for a couple minutes before heading home because I work at 5:30 tomorrow. I'm going to take you around our gardens here at the Farm Lodge. So when my family homesteaded here in the 1940s, it was on an agricultural homestead, so they had to show that they could live off the land, and we still use those gardens that they started then to this day. This is our potato field. We just planted potatoes a couple weeks ago, so we're still waiting for them to come up. This is our root cellar where we store our potatoes, and we use them in the summer for the lodge, and our family uses them over the winter. We also have 3 of these high tunnel greenhouses. I see some strawberries through this one. And we have some more stuff peeking through. Oh, nice. We also have this chicken coop, which was actually built by Dick Pernicke himself. It's been a colder summer, so everything's taking a little bit longer to start coming up. Look at this cute pepper. The majority of the stuff we use for salads and vegetables at dinner are grown right here in these greenhouses. And that's homestead produce.
I'll eat you up.
tell me I'm pretty, that's when the hunger really hits me. Your little heart goes pitter-patter. I want your liver on a platter. Use your finger to stir me.
This morning I was on my way to grab a coffee when my dad asked me if I wanted to fly with him to Brooks Camp. He was going there to drop off some clients and had an empty seat. So instead of grabbing my coffee, I hopped in the co-pilot seat and flew to Brooks with Dad. The flight to Brooks from the farm lodge is about an hour long, and it was a smooth and rainy flight down. And because it's a rainy day, not a whole lot of people were down at Brooks. When we landed, there was actually a bear sleeping in the place we were gonna park, so we parked a little further down the beach. There's actually a bear walking right on the side of the beach. You can see it better in this clip. Once our second plane got there with the guide and more clients, Dad and I went back home. I love these spontaneous adventures and I wouldn't trade them for the world.
Gotta say it. Taste, taste. She can get a taste. Taste, taste. She can get a taste. Taste, taste. What did it say? It's all the same like Mary Kate. Silencio Bruno!
Silencio Bruno!
Silencio Bruno!
Silencio Bruno!
Can you still hear it?
No, just you!
Good! Now hang on!
So pack up your suitcase, Steve. I'm just trying to go before the sun goes down. One more day of going through the motions gonna put me in the ground. I swear it's gonna put you're the chosen one. Well, you're living street.
This afternoon, Dad invited me to go with him to go pick up our clients at Twin Lakes. I was really excited to go because this was my first ride in a beaver. Twin Lakes is about 25 minutes away from the farm lodge. And if you didn't already know, a lot of people want to go to Twin Lakes to visit Dick Proennke's cabin. If you've never heard of him before, he's a man who lived in the Alaskan wilderness alone, built his own cabin, and documented the whole thing. There's a book of his journals called Alone in the Wilderness, and I believe that's the name of the PBS segment that is about him as well. A lot of people are fascinated with his life and come to Lake Clark National Park to visit his cabin. We had 3 guests and one of our guides here today. This is us coming into park in front of the cabin. There's our guests with the park ranger. When I was speaking to the park ranger, she said this year holds the record for the most amount of people visiting the cabin. It was a super quick turnaround and we were heading back to Port Alsworth. The flight back was a lot smoother than the flight there, but the views were still spectacular. Let's go hike to Tenalian Falls and Lake Contrashabuna. If you're visiting Lake Clark National Park, this is a really awesome hike that starts here right in Port Alsworth. And these are all the things you need to know about it from a local. I just wore my tennis shoes, some leggings, a t-shirt that I designed that says Lake Clark National Park, and I brought a bag with an extra sweatshirt and water. I do not recommend drinking the water at the falls or Lake Contrash. If you're going up the falls trail, you're gonna go up some steep hills at first, but it gets better as you keep going. And the terrain varies. There's gravel, dirt, and boardwalks, and a lot of roots, and the majority of the trail is very uneven. Along the way, there are also benches for people to sit and relax and enjoy the view. It took us about 45 minutes to get to the falls. We just went to the lower falls, which is right in front of it. There's also a trail that leads you up to the top, and then we continued on to Lake Contrashabuna, which is where the water from Tenalian Falls comes from. We went to the first water outlook, but if you keep going down, there's a little camping site. And these were my stats when I got back to the farm lodge. Let's go on a fire and ice tour with the farm lodge. I went with 2 of our guests and my cousin Ned was our pilot. We hopped in the 206 on floats and headed out for the day. We started out by heading towards the coastal side of Lake Clark National Park to chase some glaciers. We flew above and beside a ton of awesome glaciers and flew towards the base of Iliamna volcano. The cloud coverage was not in our favor, so we did not get to see the fire volcano side of our tour as much. We stopped at the head of Contrashabuna Lake to go on a little walk on the beach. We even found mist tracks. The cloud coverage on the mountains were beautiful. And then we headed out towards the western side of the park. Tundra has changed a lot in color over the last couple of days. It's definitely fall. We stopped at Talaquina Lake for lunch, which is right on the border of park and preserve. After that, we flew around for a little bit more, but the rain was just not in our favor, so we headed back to Port Alsworth. But it was an awesome day.
Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. Honeybee, could you imagine where our lives would lead? That silly ring, it wasn't meant to be. Luckily I saw in me something I couldn't see. Honeybee, I can't imagine how my life would be.
Potatoes, small 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 potatoes.
It's potato harvest season for us at the farm lodge. We have spent 3 days harvesting potatoes from the original Alsworth family homestead's potato garden. And my goodness, this year it's been cold. Our staff and family have been braving the cold. Don't let that sunshine fool you. In fact, on our very last day of picking potatoes, it was snowing. The first snowfall of the year. Overall crates this year, we probably only got 50 crates of potatoes, which is not a lot. And they were pretty small. Just from the big field alone last year, we got 116 crates plus 25 donate crates, and we got only a fraction of that this year. These potatoes not only feed our family, but we also use them here at the farm lodge. And after 3 days in the cold, harvest is over, and we're ready for the year.
Because when I'm in a room with you, that missing piece is found. You know when you're by my side, darling, nothing can break us down. And if you ever change your tune, oh, the world's got the best of you. You can always find me where the skies are blue. I want it to change, turn into what you love, Mama. And I would have gave all of my best to you. So if you ever need a fool who will give you a love so true, you can always find me where the skies are blue. can still recall our last summer. I still see it all. Walks along the Seine, laughing in the rain. Our last summer, memories that remain. We made our way along the river, and we sat down in the grass by the Eiffel Tower.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to also follow us on Instagram and on TikTok to stay caught up on the day-to-day stuff. And don't forget, videos are posted here on YouTube every Monday. We'll see you guys next week.